Welcome back, everybody, to the Colorado Rockies franchise, and we have made it to the World Series, taking on the Minnesota Twins. So both of these franchises, Rockies, last time we were in 2007, ended up losing to the Boston Red Sox, getting swept. But you could see how the Twins got here. 5-game series against Texas, they beat them, and then down 3-1 to the Orioles, maybe the best team in baseball, at least the best pitching staff. They come back in Game 7, they win that. They are on to the World Series. First time since 1991 that the Minnesota Twins have made the World Series. They ended up winning that way back in the day, but this is a long time for either franchise. So you're going to have a new champion here this year. That's kind of cool to see. It's definitely kind of cool. You don't really see that too often a lot of times in baseball. It's like once every once in a while you might get somebody that's kind of new there. But here you go. Rockies, Twins, interesting World Series. Can't wait to get this one going. We've been so hot throughout the playoffs. We try to continue today. And we got Shane Bieber for game number 1. Has been outstanding in this postseason. 3-0, 1.35 ERA. He has been fantastic. And let's get this going. World Series game 1 underway. Brooks Lee at the plate. He takes a strike. Exciting time here for this Rockies team. And he'll pop this one up to Michael Toley at first base. Easy play there. And there's out number 1. But yeah, 2007, made a nice run. You have Troy Tulowitzki leading that team, and, you just run into the Boston Red Sox, you get swept out, and that is the last time that this Rockies franchise has been to this spot. So a key opportunity here to get a World Series victory. First time in history for the Rockies, looking for that one. Obviously, the Twins have won World Series before. Obviously, Kirby Puckett back in the day, a very good team. But this is the first chance for the Rockies, and maybe the best chance we've got, because this team is fantastic. We've been just railroading here through the playoffs. Hitting, pitching, it's been outstanding. And it might start off pretty well here as Brent Doyle rips this to center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to get to the wall. Doyle on his way to second base. He'll stop there for a leadoff double. Man, he has just been absolutely killing the ball here in the postseason. And if we get this guy right here, Junior Caminero and Carter Field to get going, as Caminero's going to rip a base hit up the middle. So just like that, 2 batters, 1-0 lead. And that's what this offense has been really doing. Striking first, and then the pitching's just been doing the rest. But here is Carter Field, MVP, leads the NL in home runs. He has struggled a little bit in this postseason. Not very consistent, but man, if he can get going, we're going to be even more trouble. 2-2 here to Carter Field. And Carter Field absolutely obliterates that ball. That is gone. 3 batters in, 3 runs. And we got a nice lead here to start off. Carter Field, he does have 6 home runs this postseason, but it just feels like if he doesn't hit a home run, he's not really getting anything else. But man, if we could just have more consistency with him in this postseason. Obviously, he is still a rookie. I mean, what a fantastic season he's had, but still, if we can get him going, that would be fantastic. As up the middle, base hit, and that is the first hit I just saw that Pete Alonso has ever had off of Shane Bieber. He was 0 for 9 with a K up to that point. I guess he was due, and he rips a base hit. The lead off this second inning for Minnesota as they try to bounce back, as here comes Royce Lewis, but a ground ball to Tolia. Could be a double play. Exactly what it is. 3-6-1 double play. We'll absolutely take that one. And that'll be it for the Twins there in the second. So here comes Zach Veen, who in this postseason hit .357. He has looked very good. And he hits this one well deep to right center. Going back, and that is not going to get out of here, but it'll be off the top of the wall. Veen stops there at second base. I'm telling you, the bottom of the order has really been the catalyst for this offense. It's really rallied us. I know Brenton Doyle here has been really, really key, hitting some key home runs as he's going to go down looking there for strike 3. But the bottom half of the order, I mean, Kjerstad, Veen, even Amador, they have just come up with some big-time key hits, and that's what you need when you come to this postseason. You need those guys just to step up as Junior Caminero crushes this one out of here. This one is carrying well out, 480 feet. That is insanely crushed. I know it's Coors Field. I know it's rocky, here in Colorado, but I know you got the elevation, but it's got to be a little chilly out there. Everybody's got long sleeves. You're in October. It's got to be a little chilly as Matt Wallner crushes this one here in the third to get the Twins finally on the board. So it looks like the ball is just maybe carrying out of here today. Maybe the cold air is not really making much of a difference, because that one was just rocketed out of here. But yeah, 480 feet for Caminero. That is maybe the longest home run I've ever hit so far in this game. I think we've had some in the 470s, not 480. But still, even though we only allow the solo home run, still a 5-1 lead. As Bieber comes right back, gets Walker Jenkins for strike 3. First out here in this third inning. First strikeout for Bieber in this game. Now 1-2. See you later, back-to-back K's. Bouncing back from that solo home run. See if we can get here Brooks Lee and get out of this third with just minimal damage. A ground ball to Tolle. He has got it. He'll take it himself, and he's got it for out number 3. So just the solo home run. Still have a 4-run lead. So we'll go to the bottom half of the third. Got a man on base. Tovar to the plate, who, same thing, has been just killing it. And that is ripped. That is going to be trouble. And that should allow Tolle to score. Tolle on his way to the plate. You hit into that gap area, even if you're a slow runner at first base. I mean, that just gives you so much time. It is just like, I don't know, it just goes on forever out there. And that will be it today. They will go to the bullpen just like that. A 6-1 lead here in the third. We still have nobody down, as Heston Kjerstad will swing through that curveball for strike 3. I don't want to let this go any further, obviously, than 6-1. The way our pitching, the way Shane Bieber has been pitching, I mean, it's going to be tough to just even make up those 5 runs. As JT Realmuto might make it even worse. Will it stay fair? And it will. It is gone. 436. Telling you, these home runs are just going crazy. That one, I thought that was going to be deeper than 436, but Realmuto, if you're in that concourse area, you better watch your head, because those balls are carrying out of there. 8-1 lead, as this one is hit well, but just not enough. Maybe a little bit off the end of the bat for Ozuna. Just carries near the track for the out. There's now Walker Jenkins. He hits this one pretty well, but same thing. Maybe just a tad bit underneath of it to the track, and Venus there. So a couple balls maybe could have gone out, but just got a little bit underneath of it, and it does not. As we'll head to the 5th inning with an 8-1 lead, and here is Tovar once again, and Tovar inside outs it, and that is dropped at center field. What happened there? I guess when things goes from bad to worse, when it rains it pours, whatever you want to say, but Jenkins, what happened there? I thought he easily had that. Was that just a lapse in concentration? Got to take a look at this one again. That's got to be an easy play, and he just nonchalant, and it just goes off, the heel of the glove. Man, that's terrible. That should have been an easy out. Now you got 2 on, and now you got a bases loaded situation with Heston Kjerstad drawing the walk. So this game 1 is not looking very good here for this Twins team, as here's Realmuto, and he rips that to third. That is caught for out number 1. Just trying to get out of this situation. Can Zach Veen at least maybe come through? You don't want to go empty-handed with the bases loaded, no out situation. Veen swings through that fastball. So used to seeing something faster. 91 feels like a changeup. Ground ball, that might be 2. 5-4-3. So we have bases loaded, nobody down, and we get nothing from it. So, but still, it is an 8-1 lead. 7-run lead here in the 6th inning as Bieber just continues to dominate, as Amador is going to lead this 6th inning off with a base hit. But yeah, the way our pitching has been, I mean, we've had games where we've scored maybe 4 runs, 5, and really that's been enough. The pitching has just been fantastic. Starters going deep into games. Bullpen staying fresh, as Brenton Doyle has been doing this all postseason. This one is absolutely crushed, and it is gone. 502 feet. That is, wow. He almost hit the brick wall back there. Now, if you look at, from recorded history, it's not been that long since they have officially recorded distance in home runs. I think it was since 2015. That right there is the longest home run in World Series history. Right there, Brenton Doyle, 502 feet. I think before that it was 487, I believe. But 502, and that is an easy Game 1 victory here today. That might be the longest home run I've ever hit in this game in years. Maybe ever. I'm not sure if I've ever really hit a 502-foot home run. I mean, you're taking out the hot dog guy out there. He's got to watch it. But a 12-1 Game 1 victory. Everybody contributes. Everybody gets a hit. Bieber goes 8 innings, strikes out 3, just allowing that solo home run, and that is it. So, I'll continue kind of what we've been seeing this postseason. So, we'll get into Game 2. We got Jaden Hill on the mound, who has been fantastic as well. 2-0, 2.03 ERA with that 33% strikeout rate with a .68 whip. So, what does this Minnesota offense have to offer here in game number 2? As Kyle Tucker rips this one deep to center field, and that's going to carry out of here. So, great start for Minnesota. Solo shot. But like I've said before, we've allowed these solo home runs just like in Game 1 and prior series. It's just we haven't been allowing too many others on base where you get those really bad 3-run home runs. But now Alonso rips this one, and that is just foul by about 4 feet. Man, I thought that was gone as well. But a ground ball is going to get through for a base hit as Amador can't come up with it. But that's the thing. I mean, the big innings, you got to have, obviously, guys on base. Unless you're hitting back-to-back home runs, which is a pretty rare occasion. I mean, those solo shots, as long as you just keep it once every once in a while, I mean, it's not going to hurt you. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Kyle Tucker does start him off well. Alonso just missing that home run. Still a 1-0 game. As Joe Ryan on the mound, 2-0. He has pitched really well in this postseason. 1.45 ERA. Trying to shut down our lineup, maybe the hottest lineup right now, and I think the best lineup in baseball. As Brent Doyle, once again, he started off Game 1 with a double. He'll start off Game 2 with the double, and that's been the key. Last year, Brent Doyle had a complete down year, and he has bounced back so much better, and he is the absolute catalyst for this offense, as that is going to be a ground ball there from Carter Field for the out. 2 away, so it'll be up to Tolia to try to come through to knock him in. But he has been the catalyst. Tolia, back-to-back great seasons. Carter Field, obviously an MVP. Bringing in Junior Caminero has really just solidified this offense. And in this postseason, you're getting so much good stuff from the bottom of the order as Tolia swings through for strike 3. So the leadoff double goes nowhere. Still a 1-0 lead. Just taking that up is Azuna. I mean, this Minnesota lineup is pretty deep. It's very solid. As Azuna, whoa, that bounces off his heel right to Tolia for out number 1. Wow, how unlucky can you get? Hopefully Jaden Hill is okay, which he is. But an insane play that just bounces right to Tolia, and he just steps on the bag for the out. Wow, just absolutely unlucky stuff. As there is Tovar. Tovar, who, same thing, started off this season rather poor. I was very worried about, the season he was going to have, and he completely bounces back, has a great season. Same with Heston Kjerstad. I mean, I feel like that's why we've had some of the best lineups, and somehow that's just going to bloop in for a base hit, and Tovar's going to score to tie this game up here at 1 apiece in the second. This is one of those seasons where you kind of have to take advantage and hope you can pull out a World Series victory, because it seems like everything has worked for us this year. No major injuries. Everybody's been producing. I mean, that is ripped by Amador. I thought that was going to be a fly ball out. It just continues to carry. 103 off the bat, I guess so. That's going to score Kjerstad. It's 2-1. But when you have these seasons, it's kind of like football. When you get huge turnover ratio and you don't suffer too many injuries, you better take advantage, as Doyle's going to swing through that fastball. I'm not sure what we're swinging at there for strike 3. Because those seasons come few and far between. They really do. We just hope we've built enough talent on this team that if we can pull out this World Series, maybe next year we can possibly get back to repeat. But you just never know with injuries. You never know with bullpen. As Doyle racing back, and Brenton Doyle, there's the value again. A Gold Glover out there with a great bat. And that's a key. Bullpen, starters, what's going to look like next year. You just never know. So while we're here, let's just get the job done. Let's get this World Series. Let's get this victory. Right now, just a 2-1 lead. This Twins team is good too. So That game one, you kind of just throw out, but we'll see. Tucker up the middle. Tovar got it. There you go. Out number 3, getting the ground ball. So nothing there. Still a 2-1 lead. Let's head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Carter Field's going to foul that one away. He gets jammed inside. Working a nice 3-2 count. You got Caminero over at first base. 3-2 once again. And oh man, that's just not good at all. Looks like it might be a changeup, but next thing you know, it's a breaking pitch in on you. Swing through, strike 3 is now Tolia rips that one. Played there at short for the out. Going to turn a double play, and nothing for us there in the 3rd inning as Carter Field still struggling. Even though he hit that home run last game, it's still struggling a tad bit. As ground ball to Tovar over to first base. There's the out number 2 here in this 4th inning. Royce Lewis a little bit frustrated as Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Trying to get something rolling here. Up the middle, but what a play from Tovar. Over to first, but Tolia can't hang on. I know that's going to be a throwing area on Tovar, E6, but great diving stop. You're just hoping that your first baseman can really help you out there. And it's not going to really do anything for us. It won't come back to bite us because we'll get a fly ball from Wallner. Doyle is there for out number 3. So through 4, still a 2-1 lead. See the starter comparison. So far, both guys, I think, pitching pretty well. Let's go to the 5th. Still 2-1. And that is going to get through for a base hit. So Walker Jenkins will start off this 5th with a base hit. Yeah, I'm saying maybe, possibly that game 1, offense just went a little crazy. Now we're kind of getting to these kind of World Series type games. Back and forth, 2-1. It's a close one up the middle, base hit. So back-to-back hits here to start off the 5th inning. As this Twins team trying to at least tie this ball game or possibly take the lead here in this 5th. Maybe try to knock out Jaden Hill early. As Brooks Lee, 0 for 2 so far. Trying to turn that around. 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. 98 inside. Can't get to it. 1 away here in this 5th. It's Carlos Correa to the plate, and Correa's going to rip this one. Up with it is Veen. Let's see if they send the runner. They will not. They'll hold him at third base. Probably a good decision. Probably would have been gunned down there, but you got bases loaded. No, 1 away here in this 5th inning. We could really use a ground ball. Get out of this. Or even a strikeout would help. But here comes Kyle Tucker. Solo home run on the 1st. 1-2. Pops him up. That is absolutely perfect. 2 away now. So it's going to take now a 2-out hit to have the Twins at least tie this up or possibly take the lead. And here comes Pete Alonso to the plate. And that was a pitch to hit, and he missed it. 1-2 to Alonso. We'll take that changeup down low. I don't mind going away again. Maybe fastball in, but I don't know. Let's go fastball away. Swings through for strike 3. Alonso's frustrated, and Jaden Hill gets out of a bases loaded, 1-out situation. He's pumped, and will remain up 2-1 going to the bottom half of the 5th. That was a huge opportunity for Minnesota. They can't take advantage, and Zach Veen, this one's going to stay fair. That one's going to get up near the upper deck, 447. And just like that, in one swing, we build that lead up to 2. Man, Minnesota could have used that, maybe a Kyle Tucker grand slam, but it doesn't happen. And Veen with the solo home run. He has been so good this postseason. I think that's why we're just sticking with him right now instead of Jordan Beck. As Brent Doyle, that gets through for a base hit. But yeah, maybe Veen. It's going to be an interesting decision in the outfield next year. We'll see. But if Veen's hitting like this, you get the real opportunity next year to maybe play fully. So we're going to try to steal second here with Doyle. And we'll get in there with the stolen base, getting into a scoring position. Hopefully Caminero can possibly come through. But he works into a 3-1 count. And he's going to draw a walk. So we'll walk Caminero. Get to Carter Field. I mean, lately it's been pretty much struggling, but we'll see. Still an absolutely dangerous MVP hitter as they go to the bullpen. Minnesota taking no options here. They're like, let's get this out right away. As Carter Field fouls away the fastball. See, I feel like in the regular season we're on that. That's a home run right there. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. It's just been that kind of postseason. Kind of see the frustration on his face. All right, it's going to be up to Tolia here with 2 away. 2-2, he'll take that pitch outside. So works it to a 3-2 count. Allows the runner to go here with 2 away. 3-2 to Tolia. And he rips this one. That's going to be a base hit. And possibly even more as it's misplayed out there in center. Caminero scores. Tolia's going to round second. He's on his way to third base. And it's a 2-out bases clearing triple to add to this lead, now 5-1. Minnesota couldn't come up with a big 2-out hit, but we can build this lead. And now Tovar up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. Tolia scores. It's 6-1 here in the 5th. Starting to not look good here for Minnesota here in game number 2. As Realmuto now with 2 on. Still here in the 5th as a 2-2 count. If we can add more, that would be amazing. And that's exactly what's going to happen. JT Realmuto hits one in game 1, hits one in game 2 off the barbecue Nike sign back there. 488. Whoa. That is some unreal power from JT Realmuto. Holy moly, 414. I mean, 114 off the bat, but 488. These home runs are going crazy. But a 7-run 5th inning now leads to a 9-1 lead. It just fell apart for Minnesota as swing and a miss for strike 3. You gave the confidence to Jaden Hill after that inning, and now he gets through 6. And right now, this is looking just about over for Minnesota. Man, a disastrous 5th inning, 7 runs. 1-2 to Caminero, and Junior Caminero is going to add another one. This ball is flying out of here. That one is gone. 10-1. What a 180 in this game. You think, that 5th inning was looking like an absolute disaster for us. And it just turned into the best inning ever. As Carter Field doesn't miss this one. That's crushed. That's gone. Back-to-back home runs. It's 11-1. Even with the struggling postseason, he still has 8 home runs. He still can crush the ball out of here. That's for sure. It's crazy this guy's only a rookie. We only drafted him like last year. It's insane. As Tolia! Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Well, I think we can pretty much pronounce this game just about over. Unless Minnesota's got something crazy up their sleeves here. Down 12-1, not looking good. I think that could be absolute ball game, but back-to-back-to-back home runs. Brent Doyle says, hey, I would like to add some more, have a little fun here today. As he rips a base hit, that's going to be trouble. That's going to get to the wall. Doyle with the double. It is 14-1. We are just putting up runs like crazy right now. I don't know what is happening here. Our offense was putting up solid numbers in the, the wild card round against the Dodgers and then the, divisional and championship series, but we weren't putting up like this. We're just crushing the ball, and sometimes when you're just seeing the ball well, when you're playing this game, it just happens. We're seeing the ball well, and they're throwing. Look at that pitch. It is a sweeping curve right in the zone. They're serving us meatballs here. I don't know what is happening, but it is 16-1. They would end up getting another one to make it 16-2, but it's going to be a pop-up to Tovar, and that will be a Game 2 dominant victory. All changes in the 5th, and that would be it. But 16 runs, and that is a 2-0 dominant series lead at the moment. 21 hits. The ball is just flying out of the yard. We'll see what happens when we go into Minnesota, but look at that. Everybody but Amador had multiple hits in this game. Absolutely insane. Yeah, Realmuto hits 2 home runs. You did add another one. You had Jaden Hill, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned, 6 Ks, when it could have been even worse, but he got out of it. And Vodnik with a 3-inning save. So we're going to turn I'm doing the hitting difficulty up to legend. Now, I did not know this. I thought it's always been legend's been the top difficulty, But I think what we'll do going into game 3, since we've been just railroading these teams, like I said, we'll turn the hitting up to legend. And I think I'm going to turn the pitching difficulty to, GOAT difficulty? I didn't even know that was a thing. So that's totally my bad. I would have had on that for a long time, because to me, pitching's always felt a little easy in this game. But we're going to go to GOAT difficulty next time in game 3 and see how that works. But dominant victories. We'll see what happens next time. But that's it for this one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.